Our goal for this year's symposium was to create an experience, a leadership experience for the cadets, to help them connect the dots between what they're learning in class theoretically about leadership with a real-world application from real-world leaders who've been through challenging experiences. We were able to put together what I think is a pretty powerful sequence of events, both panels, both speakers, and activities, so that we could bring some of these issues in front of the Corps of Cadets so they could consider some of these challenging leadership opportunities and how they might apply them in their own lives.
Then we have a parallel leadership development structure.
I was really interested that it was a leadership conference specifically at one of the institutions that's renowned for producing great leaders.
It was a breathtaking experience, kind of stepping foot on campus and seeing all the beautiful artifacts and the beautiful buildings and stuff like that.
It's just a really friendly environment, surprisingly.
As we were developing the symposium, one of the key parts of that was the delegate program, to bring student delegates from other colleges. We had 24 colleges represented, 56 delegates, to interface with our cadets.
And it was great to get to talk to them and see their different type of leadership qualities that they could provide here to us and that they exemplify at their college.
I've enjoyed this symposium more or less because of being able to talk to the Citadel Corps Cadets and exchange how we do different things at our Corps Cadets at Texas A&M.
I think it's pretty cool to represent VMI and also meet other people and network a little bit. But to me, like the leadership part of it comes, you see how cadets from other schools interact with themselves and amongst others, and you kind of take away a little bit of like their style of leadership from it. You learn a little bit, and that's really what it's all about.
The entire symposium was bookended by two incredible presentations. Of course, it was opened by Governor Haley yesterday during the Greater Issues presentation, and she talked about leadership during challenging times. And South Carolina in 2015 in particular had some incredibly challenging events.
That's courage. That's leadership.
In times of tragedy, people want to do something, but there's not always something clear that they can do. The Charleston Strong mural was a powerful way to bring people together under a simple, unifying action. Painting a dove was an amazing visual of all of these different people coming together, different ages, races, backgrounds, all painting a dove, making an incredible visual statement on the walls of Charleston.
I've learned a lot about how much they really value the community here in Charleston and in South Carolina itself. And that sense of community really is, and how everybody tries to pull themselves together, both military and civilian, and the presentation about the floods, how the Charleston and the South Carolina Department of Transportation was able to work with the South Carolina National Guard and all of that was really inspiring.
Another highlight of the symposium was hearing from Mr. Herschel Williams, who's the last surviving Medal of Honor recipient for the Battle of Iwo Jima. The leadership that he exemplifies not only represents the Marine Corps, but also this fighting spirit of the United States. Listening to him talk about his experiences on the battlefield and his work with the Gold Star Foundation has really inspired me to what one man can do with the right motivation.
It was really inspiring to hear from the first female graduates of the Citadel on the leadership panel about character and courage. It was really refreshing to see those alumni. I had never heard from the first four-year female graduate before, and I liked how there was different military branches that were represented, different business sectors, so it was really inspiring, but it was also motivating at the same time to hear from those people.
And then the closing event itself. Panel led by Mayor Riley on race relations, incredible cross-section of panelists and speakers speaking from both the police reaction and the way they handled it to the pastors in the religious community and how they handled it as well.
I thought the symposium was really great. We got to listen to some very inspirational leaders. It was great hearing their key leadership characteristics and qualities.
I think we're just really lucky to be exposed to all these great speakers and what they've been through and hear what they have to say, because most college students don't have these opportunities like us, and I think that we're going to be ahead of a lot of our peers once we get out in the business world, because we've heard all these different perspectives, and you don't necessarily have to agree with them, but it's always good to get different perspectives so you are widening your horizon.